Welcome everyone to our first ever webinar session for Accounts Poro. We are very grateful and thrilled that you have decided to join us on this presentation. Simplifying GST filing with Accounts Poro, a step-by-step guide for PNG businesses. This webinar will be comprehensively breaking down how to use Accounts Poro as an automated assistant in doing your 1. Automating your data entry. 2. Digital filing or digital bookkeeping. 3. Producing your transactions into CSV or Excel spreadsheets that can be easily mapped to your accounting software. 4. Generating your transaction listings. 5. Generating your GST tax returns. 6. Serve as database for your processed documents as well. The outline of our presentation is as follows. Chapter 1. Ensuring clean and readable image uploads. Chapter 2. Organizing transaction documents on your computer. Chapter 3. Bank statement preparation. Chapter 4. Processed documents. Our first chapter is ensuring clear and readable image uploads. Here we highlight the importance of proper image management, especially when taking the photo or scanning and storing it. Why does images quality matter? Well, it's very simple. There is a very common phrase used in data management which is, garbage in, garbage out. This phrase simply means that if we submit bad quality images, the data that comes out will be bad quality as well. Hence, poor quality can affect the automated process by extracting data from images that are prone to error and therefore affecting the data process and calculation throughout the process. On the note of the previous slide, it is important to ensure that invoices and checks are clear and readable. If an invoice, check, or deposit is more than a page long, ensure that its information is drafted onto a single page to be scanned as an image and uploaded. We will be providing a one-pager template on our website for you to use in this case. As already stated, our system only accepts one image file for one transaction. Hence, a one-pager template that will be uploaded on our website will be available for transferring data from multiple page transactions in a one-pager, either invoice or check. As our system handles bulk uploads of images, it can take some to fully upload bulk data if the sizes of each image file is large. For example, 5 megabytes each. If each file has such large size and is uploaded in bulk, will take a while to upload. Hence, to solve this problem, it is highly recommended that you compress all of your images sizes to a less than 1 megabytes per image file. This will help process bulk image uploads faster. Here are some website addresses to sites that offer bulk images size reduction. However, they cost a lot of money to use. Therefore, we have built a custom bulk image processor for Accounts Poro users who will have unlimited access for free on our dashboard to reduce all their image files in bulk before uploading for processing. Chapter 2 is very important to pay very close attention. Here is where we organize our transaction documents on our computer before using the compressor and uploading it. Proper organization of the images into their various folders is important as it makes GST processing structured and easier. It ensures all documents are readily available and ensures quality is maintained. First up, classifying income. When you receive an income from a transaction, we know that you had to issue an invoice to receive a check or deposit as payment. Hence, in this for incoming transactions, we must keep the records of both sides of the transaction. That is A, the invoice you issued, and B, the check you received as payment. Therefore, we must have two folders representing the incoming transactions. One folder for the invoices issued during the month. Another folder for the checks or deposits you received as payments for the month. Both these folders must be updated for all incoming transactions during the month, be compressed and made ready for upload. In classifying expenses, similarly to the previous, expense documents representing the transaction on both sides of the transaction must be made available and stored in their respective folders. That is the invoices you received to make payments and the checks or deposits you paid to your suppliers. Therefore, we must have two folders representing the expenses transactions. One folder for the invoices you received to make payment during the month. Another folder for the checks or deposits you made payments for during the month. Both these folders must be updated for all expense transactions during the month, be compressed and made ready for upload. This chapter is about preparing your bank statement to ensure smooth reconciliation. For now, Accounts Poro is only accepting bank statements in CSV formats. CSV format is an Excel-type spreadsheet that you can download from your online banking account. That is, if you have online banking. Otherwise, you can always ask your bank to produce one. We require CSV format as it is accurate and reconcile with the data, whilst the PDF version may perform exceptionally well. Hence, we recommend bank statements in CSV format. To obtain your CSV bank statement, simply download it from your online banking account if you are registered to online banking with your bank. If you are not, simply request one from your bank. In Chapter 4, we talk about the process documents or final output that you will download and use. The three main documents that will be processed and ultimately have multivariate uses are 1. GST Tax Returns Form. 2. Income transaction listings for the monthly income. 3. Expenses transaction listings for monthly expenses. Firstly, the expenses transaction listings. The expenses transaction listing are going to be invoice-based as per requirement by IRC. That means that the listings will be based on the invoices you received from your suppliers. The listings that been generated is unlike any other, where it also includes information about the counter check or deposit representing the transaction. The transaction listing will show all the necessary information from the invoice and counter validated information from the check or deposit it represents. The transaction listings that were previously processed from present and past months can also be accessed by using the filter bar on the dashboard. It will be ready to view in table format and will be able to be downloaded in CSV format. The transaction listing will show all the necessary information from the invoice and counter validated information from the check or deposit it represents. A main feature of Accounts Poro that stands out is the counter validation computation used to verify all the expenses transactions. Here on the table shows that counter validation between the invoices and checks or deposits. 1. Counter URL. This is where you can pull up the images representing the same transaction through their URLs. 2. Counter transaction details. This where details of both sides of the same transaction are counter validated. 3. Counter date validation. This is where the dates on the checks or deposit payment are validated against the bank statement. 4. AI and algorithm counter validation scoring. This is where the true power of AI and computation is flexed. All the transactions are validated using a double-layered scoring system by AI and algorithm, where both given a scoring in percentage with justifications of their scoring. On a side note, the transaction listings that were previously processed from present and past months can also be accessed by using the filter bar on the dashboard. Secondly, the income transactions listings. The income transaction listing are going to be invoice-based as per requirement by IRC. That means that the listings will be based on the invoices you received from your suppliers. The listings that been generated is unlike any other, where it also includes information about the counter check or deposit representing the transaction. The transaction listing will show all the necessary information from the invoice and counter validated information from the check or deposit it represents. The transaction listings that were previously processed from present and past months can also be accessed by using the filter bar on the dashboard. It will be ready to view in table format and will be able to be downloaded in CSV format. The transaction listing will show all the necessary information from the invoice and counter validated information from the check or deposit it represents. Similar to the expense transaction listings, all the counter validation steps will also be applied in the income transactions listings. The good thing about our transactions listings and our system is that it allows the listing to perform multiple tasks at the same time, as well as eliminates manual paperwork. Firstly, it automates data entry by eliminating all the paperwork of data entry. If you are someone who is always entering data of each and every transaction into your spreadsheet or accounting system, this is the answer for you. As you just need to upload everything as bulk and it processes it and structures everything in an organized CSV spreadsheet. Secondly, the ready-made process CSV can now be mapped accordingly into your accounting software if you are using an accounting software. Thirdly, if you just keep paper files or hard copy of these transactions, the transaction listings eliminates all your manual data entry and can now serve as a digital filing system that has all transaction information recorded and filed, even the images of both sides of the transaction. Finally, it can serve as a bookkeeping alternative for those who are not well acquainted with bookkeeping. GST Tax Return. Accounts Poro has gone the distance to even fill in the calculation onto a ready-made IRC template for you. This means that all calculations will be entered into their appropriate field on the IRC form. This takes away almost all your manual paperwork. After the form is processed, it will be made available on the dashboard for download, as well as the transaction listings. Also, as soon as it is processed, it will be immediately emailed to your email account as well, having it accessible on your email as well. On that note, the GST tax returns forms that were previously processed from present and past months can also be accessed by using the filter bar on the dashboard. Now it's time for a full demonstration.